my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today we are going to do a story time and get ready with me. Okay, so this isn't about the makeup. I can't do makeup well. I just need to get ready for the day, but I also need to film, and I wanted to do both because Bailey, Sarian, and other people seem to be doing pretty well doing this kind of stuff. Also, I just woke up, if you're wondering why I look like this and sound like this. Today we are going to be doing a bunch of little small story times about my experiences working at a place that rhymes with Chipotle. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Yeah. Also, I just found out that like 90-something% of my views are from people who aren't subscribed. What the fuck? Subscribe. Click the button. It's not that hard. Literally pressing buttons helps me out so much. Also, if you're wondering why my skin looks like this, it's because I'm on Accutane. Check out my playlist of Accutane videos. But yeah. So, I worked at Chipotle my freshman year, first semester of college. And basically what happened was I moved into college, you know, where I go to college, and then I apply immediately at Chipotle because I need a job and I know it can pay up to 12 bucks an hour. And also I heard there was something with the college program or something there, but I didn't really look into that. This is a life hack if you don't feel like going to the sink to wet your beauty blender every day. But yeah, it was kind of weird when they hired me. My manager, who seemed very nice at first, I was told I was like, when he told me why he hired me, I was kind of like weirded out. I used to do this like high school acting prep program. It basically is a high school program that prepares you for college acting, and it's done at like, basically I live near this college called CCM, and he used to go there, and he saw that on my resume and hired me. He told me he hired me because of that, because actors are hardworking people, and he would be correct. At least, ow, my eye hurts. At least I am a hardworking actor, you know? So like I start there and stuff. You know, the first like couple shifts are going pretty okay. My first day was actually the day that they launched queso. So it was like the busiest I've ever seen Chipotle. I like did pretty well for my first day. Like everybody was pretty impressed with me, you know, but it only went downhill from there. So if you work at Chipotle or have in the past, you would know that usually what happens is the first shift, there's like 2 main shifts at Chipotle, morning and night, and the first shift is supposed to do the dishes at the end of their shift so that the second shift doesn't have a metric for a ton of work to do. Hi, editing Caitlin here. I just want to clarify that I got switched with my shifts, I got switched on and off morning and night shifts a lot. I just want to say that whenever I worked the night shift, the morning shifts never cleaned their share of the dishes, in my personal experience at that specific Chipotle, you know? Well, the problem with this Chipotle was that the people on the first shift never did the dishes. So one time I was there literally until 2 a.m. washing dishes, and now I have a phobia of wet rice. Like I had class at 8 a.m. and they made me stay. They didn't make me stay. They said it's really important that I like stay to help my team and stuff, you know, guilt tripping me. So that, you know, is annoying. When I worked there, my like special title was takeout specialist. So I basically just made all the online orders, which is what I wanted, because when I worked there, I said I would prefer to work in the back just because talking to that many people in one night can create a lot of anxiety for me. I'm an empath. I have, literally according to my psychiatrist, I'm an empath. So like I have reason to like not want to talk to like 100 new people taking their orders every day. It's too much for me. It's really hard to blend your makeup when you just have like clumps of dry skin everywhere. It's really fun. But yeah, what are other weird experiences I had? My manager would never schedule me like at the correct hours. So what I did for the first part of when I worked there is I would have an 8:30 in the morning, like a class would end at like 9:30, and then I'm supposed to be at work by 10. 9 times out of 10 I got there on time. But like, you know, sometimes class sometimes class ends early, sometimes the bus is late, sometimes you miss the bus because you're fucking late all the time like me. But the point is, for this job, I like tried really hard to be on time because it paid me really well, and that was important to me, and you know, should be. One weird thing that started happening just as I like partway through my time there
was that, you know how if you work at Chipotle, you get a free meal every shift. And for me, it worked best if I took the meal and went to class because I had class in the morning, then work, and I had class directly after most days. Like, that's a lot. And, like, with the length of my shifts, I didn't qualify for a long enough break to go and sit down and eat my meal. So I wasn't allowed to take my meal out of the store anymore, my free meal that I earned, and eat it whenever I wanted because people were like taking them and giving them to people. But like, if you earn the free meal, then why does it matter who it goes to, you know? But anyway, I pretty much had to pay. Granted, I only paid like, you know, $3-4 for like a bowl or whatever, which is not terrible, but I still had to pay for it as an employee just to take it out of the store. Like, come on. Another thing that happened is usually when you have a takeout station, there's like the front station where, you know, they're taking everybody's orders, and then there's takeout. The people from the front would always take my stuff, which I think is like what they were told to do. I'm not blaming them. But this is just a really inefficient system because I would constantly have late online orders and then get blamed for it. But like, why can't they just go back in the fridge or freezer and get their own stuff instead of taking mine, you know? So then I always got yelled at for that. There was a point in time where my manager started like scheduling me for the wrong times, which is annoying. I'm a college student, like everybody's time is valuable, but like I really feel like employers need to be incredibly respectful of college students' times because a lot of the times they're taking like like a ton of credit hours, so like you need to be respectful of that. Like we're going into debt just to learn. Like I'm not gonna like make Chipotle work. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna quit if you're not gonna schedule me the way you're supposed to be. Another guy who I actually got along with really well quit like a week before I did just because they weren't scheduling him well at all. They were scheduling him like 4 hours total a week when he couldn't work, which is eventually what ended up happening to me. But yeah, the one person I actually got along with left. But the most annoying thing that happened, this camera was crooked, but the most annoying and scary thing that happened was what happened on a very, very busy nighttime shift. Changing the name of this customer. We're gonna make his name Brad. So I get an order online and it's a big order, right? I start making it because it's a big order. It's literally a burrito that's double everything, so like I have to use 2 tortillas anyway. And like if you've ever rolled a burrito, you know that only so much stuff fits in it before it breaks. So my solution to this was packing I got eyebrow stuff on. Ugh. So yeah, my solution to this was putting as much stuff as I could, like double everything as much as I could, so that it all fit, because he also had a lot of stuff in his burrito. It was like a double chicken, double tortilla, gargantuan burrito. It didn't even fit in like a foil, like one foil. It took multiple foils. Nevertheless, I tried my best. We were very swamped with takeout orders this particular night, so I'm just trying to get everything done as fast as possible. That being said, I worked there for like a couple months at that point, so I'm getting very fast with making online orders. And then I go hand people their orders because this is pre-COVID time. And then this guy named Brad walks up to me and is like, "Did you make this order?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I hope you enjoy your food." Then, and keep in mind, let me describe Brad for you. Brad is like 6'7" at least, like a whole foot taller than me. I'm not like kidding at all when I say this. Like definitely a college athlete. Definitely probably having some rage, but that's not my problem. Yeah, so then I proceed to try to handle this civilly, and he said, "Well, you didn't double anything." And I said, "Yes, I did, but I couldn't put as much as I think you were expecting because the burrito kept breaking. I tried to make your burrito 3 times. I'm very sorry. What else?" And then I'm like, you know, what can I do to like make your time at Chipotle better? You know, some stupid customer service bull. And then Brad, who is probably having a rage and is literally over a foot taller, or about a foot taller than me. God, there's still makeup there and it's not supposed to be. Brad gets down in my face, and like at this point I fully dissociate because a man who's a foot taller than me is getting down in my face yelling at me. He starts screaming at me about his burrito, and then I dissociate because a man who's a foot taller than me is screaming in my face in front of like 10 customers and about how I didn't put as much stuff in his burrito as he wanted me to. Like he was just like, "You need to make this burrito better, like you didn't put enough in, I like need all my calories." Like he literally starts going off on me like that, screaming at me, and he's like this far away from my face. Nobody does anything. The customers just kind of look uncomfortable, and then I walk up to my manager who just saw this and says, did you see the way that he just talked to me? And like, keep in mind, when Brad did this, I literally went silent, let him yell at me, and then calmly walked away, because that's what you have to do in customer service, even if someone violates your safe space. It's a industry. But I walk up to my manager who witnessed all of it happen, and I was like, did you see the way he talked to me? And he said, yeah, that was scary. And I said, are you gonna do anything about it? And he goes like, no. So that's when I realized that I was compromising my safety for burritos. I ended up quitting about a week later. I never technically quit. I was supposed to have a shift one night, and I was, you know, the thing with Brad had happened. Nobody had done anything, and I was feeling kind of disrespected. So the night that I'm supposed to have my shift, I'm like walking across my dorm freshman year, like was next to like an intramural sports field. So I'm walking across this field, calling my manager, about to call in sick. And then I was like, yeah, I feel really nauseous. And like, I totally didn't. Like, I just didn't want to go into work because I was afraid. Yeah, so then I call him, and then I'm like, hey, I'm feeling really nauseous. I can't come into work. And then he's like, okay, well, can you come in another day? That's the other thing. They kept constantly trying to get me to take other people's shifts when I said I couldn't because I had class or something else important. And they would get mad at me. They said I'm not a team player for being able to take everybody's shift or some stupid bullshit like that. So then I'm telling him, like, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to come in tonight. I'm very, like, not feeling well. Like, I'm nauseous. I just threw up, which I didn't. But, and then I'm, like, thinking, and I'm like, I don't want to go back. So I don't. As I'm on the phone with my manager, I say, I don't think I'll be able to come in tonight or ever again. And then I hung up the phone. But yeah, that is my experience working at Chipotle. If you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. This video, like, it helps me out a lot. Seriously, literally clicking buttons helps me out so much. All I want for Christmas is 300 subscribers, so let's get me there. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the story. If you like more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot more story times, so I'll see you when I do them. Bye.